Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Legacy United Deluxe Class Quake with his Target Masters heater and tip top. You can see him there in front of his box. We'll go ahead and put him off the side real quick and take a look at said box. And yes, it's very much Legacy United Deluxe box. You got, there's a Quake in his tank mode. There's his Target Masters. I'm not sure which one is which at this point. Transformers and Generations and all that stuff. And there's names and Deluxe Class on the side. Here you have, of course, hey look, here's his row on their gun modes. And on top you have Legacy United and that flap there. On this side you have the 40th anniversary logo and the line artwork. On the bottom you have manufacturing details of what's included. And on the back, of course, you have product shots and warnings and copyrights. And hey, look, there they are. Purple one is tip top and the blue one is heater. Also comes instructions, just mine were real mangled inside the box for some reason. Don't know what the heck happened there, but yeah, there's instructions. There's a couple parts which are a little like, wait, what? I remember that. I was walking on Transforming the first time. I was like, wait, what do you want me to do? It was not exactly clear, but I figured it out eventually, and hopefully I'll be able to show you how to do it very well. So, yeah, Quake. Yeah, new version of Quake here. It has a couple paint splotches, unfortunately. But yeah, getting in close real quick, you can see those paint splotches in just a second. Yeah. He's got a pretty cool look head. He's got a very gold face, red eyes, a gray helmet. You got the kind of the darker, kind of more, almost maroonish red and blue, the little Decepticon symbol there, the black and gray tread legs, which is pretty cool, and all that stuff. He's got a gray turret backpack. Yeah, his legs are fairly decently filled out and everything, and yeah, kind of a bog standard kind of square robot man in some ways. So there's that. The only real problem with mine is just kind of these have weird red splotches right here on the forearm. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, not the end of the world. But for posability, his head is actually, it's a ball joint, but it acts as a swivel because for some reason it can't look left and right. It can only look left and right. I can't look up and down really at all, even though I looked. It is a ball joint, so I don't know what's going on there. Shoulders new full 360 though. They got outward right there. Go a little over 90 degrees there. You got a bicep swivel. Elbows can do nice bit of range there. The wrists can't swivel, but they can fold away if that's important for anything. His waist can swivel pretty much unhindered, even with the backpack there. Hips go forward that far and back that far and outward. You got that much. You have a thigh swivel. Knees can bend a little over 90 degrees, and ankles can tilt pretty much that far, which is all well and good. He also has a couple of his Target Masters, which are, again, you got Tip Top, who's purple and orange pretty much. Little red face. Again, not posable at all. But nicely detailed. And you got Heater. Yeah. Heater, who is, well, blue, red, and black. The helmet almost looks like a Tron helmet. Again, no posability. So you got those. They're only so big. Only yay big, you can see. But yeah, of course, they can have the gun barrels in the back. You fold those out, and then they can just, plug into his hand. So, yeah, which of course, yeah. Unfold and they'll plug in his hand. And there you go. Shoot them and all that stuff, I guess. And yeah, they also show in the instructions if you want. The pegs are shallow enough you can do the whole weird double, two guns in one hand thing if you want. That's a thing. Get this out. There's a peg hole right here too, so you can, stack them if you want. Kind of, although not really. Kind of stack them, but the problem is that the hinge right here, you can see they're not quite pointing the same way, so do it at your own peril. But I guess that is useful if you want to put another gun on top. And of course, he's got peg holes all over the place, so you can, do what you want to with those. So there you go. And the other thing, of course, I have to mention is yes, they are blast effect compatible. You got the little thing right there on the tip. You can just plug that over. And same with this one, just either the gun tips are blast effect compatible. So there you go. So yeah, that's the robot mode. Again, nice robot guy. Nice overall, just kind of a he's bog standard kind of square robot man, but he works really well. He's from the late 80s double Target Master Decepticon, I guess. Anyway, quick comparisons. Okay, here is it's surprise if you haven't figured it out yet. He is actually he is a partial retooling or whatever of Skullgrin, Legacy Skullgrin, believe it or not. You can see in the chest kind of, there's some differences, but yeah, it's the chest and some bits of the arm, the forearms and whatnot kind of give it away. But other than that, they actually did a lot a lot, particularly on the legs, to really change up how he transforms. So yeah, there you go on that. And also you can see he's actually a bit taller, actually, by quite a bit. So that's interesting in its own right. Now, I don't have the Titans Return Quake, but I do still have Hardhead. So, you know, imagine Hardhead here and just kind of more colors like this, although I believe it was more of a kind of a darker, more burgundy color compared to this. But yeah, just imagine this in the different colors. You can see he's a bit taller than the old. He'll be a bit taller than the old one. Also, kind of, I guess, from what I've seen, a little closer, at least in robot mode, to his original G1 self. And here are the other two Decepticon double target masters released recently, Neil Nose and Spinister. Just to give you an idea there. So, there you go on that front. So, overall, again, like I said, not a bad robot. So, transforming him, though, is actually pretty interesting. Very interesting, actually. So, yeah, get those target masters out of his hand. We'll put them off the side for now. The first thing you want to do is take the hands and fold them back into the forearm. Again, fold the hand back into the forearm, straighten those out. Open the chest panel right here, and then rotate the head through that opening right there. And then as you're rotating it down, because you want to also get this gun barrel out of the way, as you're rotating down, you want to bring the chest panel back up, and this will kind of go underneath this bit. If you don't do that, you're going to, it's going to bang into that. So you have to kind of bring it back down as you're closing it, so like that. Then over here, what you want to do is, of course, take this and slide this bit up until it clicks into place all the way. And then fold the arms in, fold the arm in, rotate the forearm 90 degrees that way, 90 degrees that way. They will tab together. And this part's very familiar if you have Skullgrin. And then tab them into the panel right here, like that. And there you go. Now, the legs are very different. So, well, first thing you want to do is go ahead and take that and fold that down like that. Just kind of get that square away. And then right here at the legs, kind of spread them out, but give yourself a little bit of room. Coming down here, what you want to do is untab this panel from this panel right here. Then bring this back and like so. You also want to bend the knee to kind of give yourself a bit of clearance, and you're going to also bring this down. I'm just bringing this down right now just to show you this panel right here, this whole set right here. You want to bring this up while you're folding this down. Bring this up in such a way you kind of brings it down like this, like that. You want it looking like that. Those folds, you want them looking like that when you're done. Then you go ahead and bring this back, bring the foot in like this, and then bring this panel down, and then bring this around. And this will kind of make sure to get it all properly lined up. Yeah, we're going to bring it in and around like that. So, and that's one leg pretty much done. Same thing on this side. Bend the knee. Yeah, untab this panel. Bring it out a little bit. Bring this panel back. Then use that, and so you use this, bring this up on these hinges. And fold it up just right. So it ends up looking like that. Bring the foot down, bring this down all the way around, then bring this around and wrap it around the foot and everything. Get it all squared away like that. Then go ahead and bring the legs together, and they'll be tabbed together like so. What you want to do here is then bring the legs down into this, and also bring this forward to make sure it's all the way down like that. And bring this forward. There's tabs right here, which will go in slots right here. Yeah, these tabs, those slots. Like so, and these tabs right here will also go into slots on the side, so you kind of might have to bring the legs out a little bit as well. So bring it down, tab it in, then make sure to tab those in the sides, and then go ahead and bring the gun barrel all the way down. Make sure it's all put together, and there you go. There's Quake in his vehicle mode. Yeah, Quake's tank is a bit, it's not as bad as Skullgrin's weird thing, but yeah, it's very much like, you can tell there's like, yeah, those are robot arms, and like, yeah, it just kind of plopped on top there. Like, it's a very, very odd looking tank. It's a noble attempt at taking that original mold and, you know, doing something new with it, but it's still kind of lacking. I was hoping it'd be better in person back from the pictures, but yeah, it's just kind of lacking in general. There's no wheels down here either, so it's just, yeah, it just can slide, and that's about it. It's just weird because it got this big, huge thing right here that, you know, so it's like that just looks like, what the heck's going on? You know, like the turret should be this like central thing, and there's this massive just lump here. I mean, the turret can do that, and that's as far as it goes unless you untransform it, but then you can go a little further, but it's forced to point up. And well, the turret itself, the gun barrel can also point up and down independently of that hinge, but yeah, it's just kind of... I was hoping I'd like it, Mars. I was hoping that maybe the picture is not doing it justice, but no, it's just kind of a weird, goofy looking tank thing. This is Blast Effect compatible though, so there's that. But yeah, just in general, it's just kind of a weird, goofy looking tank thing, and just doesn't really work. You can still plug these on, you know, the Target Masters. There's peg holes right there on top of the turret, or you know, if you want, you could also plug them on the side or whatever. But yeah. There's that. So if you want to do that, you can do that if you want, or you know, transform them, you know, by flipping a hinge real quick. And yeah, it's just as a whole, it's just kind of a weird looking tank. I'm not sure it's worth it. I mean, at least it looks vaguely like a tank, and not, again, in the comparison you'll see. But yeah, if you forgot what Skullgrin looks like, but yeah, looks at least vaguely like a tank. There's some nice detailing, like hatches and stuff on the top there, but again, because of this, the chest lump right here just being where it is, it just kind of, you're like, oh, that's it. And of course, it's real gappy there too. It just doesn't look very good, honestly, and it's kind of disappointing because I was hoping again this is just photographed wrong, and maybe they mistransformed it, but nope, that's really what it's like. So yeah, real quick again, comparisons right here, getting in close there. Again, here's Skullgrin, and again, it's not as bad. Like I said, it's not as bad as Skullgrin's alt mode, but it's still kind of a what. Skullgrin's alt mode is kind of still I don't even know what that's actually supposed to be. Other than, I guess it's supposed to be a tank, but yeah, I guess. Again, here's Hardhead again. That, you know, assuming. You know, if you had the Titans Return Quake, so you know, you make some choices here. This is a better looking tank overall, but it's not the right kind of tank, so there you go. And again, here are the other Decepticon Target Masters, Needle Nose and Spinister, at least the ones I have, the modern iterations. And also, because I didn't do that earlier, here's Quake's Target Masters with Needle Nose's Target Masters. Like, that's interesting. These two have a lot of similarities with each other, at least, like the shoulders and stuff, at least in that regard. But it's like, you should wonder if there's like a basic type. It still looks real funny. This one's got a gun in his hand, but he can't do anything with it. So there you go on that. So that's Quake, Tip Top and Heater. As a whole, he's a weird one. As a whole. Again, the robot mode the robot mode is good. I like the robot mode a lot. The Target Masters are kind of, you know, they're kind of the cheaper one they've been doing is they barely are, they're just, you know, blocks that have robot detailing on them. The transformation is actually kind of interesting. It's kind of weird. The instructions don't relate very well, but transformation, particularly the legs, is actually pretty interesting and very clever. It's very clever. It's really clever engineering from, you know, based on the Skullgrin mold, but like Skullgrin, you get to the alt mode and you go, oh, that's it. That's what I get at the end. It's a bit better than Skullgrin, but the simple problem is the alt mode is much like Skullgrin again. It brings that down, the figure down a lot. So it's not as weird and abstract as Skullgrin. It's still clearly a tank, but it's just not a very good looking one. So this is going to be the make or break for you, essentially. Are you okay with the alt mode? Are you okay just kind of never transforming it, or just okay with just having a weird, goofy, lumpy looking tank? Then yeah, he might be worth a buy. But otherwise, or you just really like Decepticon Target Masters, I guess, because we are into the super niche late G1 stuff. Regardless, this is the make or break, because I think the robot mode is excellent, and the transformations, again, the transformations genuinely well engineered, is just, I don't know if he's really worth buying, because just for the robot mode, unless you really like the robot mode. So even then, it might be one. And on top of that, it's kind of one of the late wave stuff, so it might not even make it to stay on store shelves. So that might factor in, because I'd say maybe wait for a discount, but I'm not sure if it will go on discount. So there you go. He's just kind of, in the end, a little disappointing, but only because of one aspect. So make your decisions accordingly. So I hope you found this review informative and entertaining. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my social media. It's down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Ko-fi and my Patreon. And I shall see you next time with another video review.